All right. Favorite episode. Here we go.
I know, man. Week 1, football's back, baby. Let's do this. Super Bowl rematch, Chiefs versus Eagles. Let's do this.
No, it's week two.
What are you talking about?
I see what you're doing. You just don't want to talk about it.
No, no, I really don't. Oh my God, we did it!
I got everything I need right here.
This is the show, guys.
It wasn't supposed to be this time.
It's in your size. See? There we go.
What are you talking about? This is exactly how we drew it up.
No, hold on. We can start.
They blocked the kick.
Ooh, just win, baby.
Sorry I missed your funeral last week. I heard you died.
Nah, we got this. How about them Chiefs? Damn you, Shanahan.
Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to Week 1 recap of the Trajan Temple Sportcast. I am your host, professional wrestler, and 0-1 Kansas City Chiefs fanatic Christian Temple, joined alongside, as always, by my good friend, the 1-0 terrible towel twirling Trajan. How are we doing today, sir? I already know this question. Why am I even asking anymore?
I heard Owen called for you.
Hey, that joke was funny for the Raiders, not us. Get some new material over there.
I am doing fantastic, Temple. I imagine you know why, but
Wait, hold on. I gotta look the right way. I gotta shoot you. All right. There we go. Shoot you with a rubber band. Uh,
the
got-
sky was bluer today. The flowers brighter. Yeah, just perfect.
It's almost like an Aaron Rodgers 4-touchdown day, wasn't it?
It was almost like a vintage day.
Yeah, I see. keep that same energy up later on the season, pal. Yes, unfortunately, the streak is over with the Kansas City Chiefs winning games in other countries. And even worse, it had to be to a division opponent in the Los Angeles Chargers. Without further ado, there it is. Chiefs lose 27-21 against the LA Chargers, and yeah, there was some fun moments, and there was a lot of not fun moments. I guess you've been holding this in for a while, Trajan. So before I give my honest to goodness opinion recap, just go ahead and just let me have it. You've been waiting all week. Go for it. Pour it on me.
Well, you see, to be honest, I didn't think it was going to happen until it happened for real, because I kept thinking this is the Chargers. And when you got that wide open Travis Kelce touchdown and that wide open, who was the one who got
Hollywood. It was Hollywood.
Hollywood. I was like, oh my gosh. Yep. Here it goes. Same old Chargers, about to blow it. And that beautiful scramble by a very clutch quarterback. Oh, it was a thing of beauty. And I think we can all speak from the heart and say we need more good stories like this in the time
Of such political discourse between our ailing nation. We just need more feel goods moments like this. Is
we need
that what you're saying?
6-11 Chiefs season, and I think that would bring our country together.
God dang it. Oh Lord. All right. Well, yeah, you mentioned a very clutch quarterback. Yeah, it only took him 6 years to finally learn where the clutch was. But yes, hats off to Justin Herbert. He kept his cool. He took advantage of a mistake by Chris Jones scrambling for the first down that ultimately did seal the game. It was a multitude of factors. One being we were without Rashee Rice, and basically out the whole game without Xavier Worthy. It seems like every time we play the Chargers, there's an element of friendly fire that goes on. Good news, though, and I'm happy to hear Xavier Worthy did return to practice as of today that we are recording. I would highly doubt that he plays this weekend, and honestly, I'd be fine with that. Give him that extra week of rest, and then get back up to speed, the next week and all that too. Yeah, I mean, obviously, with the Eagles, you would want all hands on deck, but that's more on that later. Got gotta say, it's our rushing game. It's got to improve. Honestly, the fact that Mahomes is once again our leading rusher. I mean, it's a cool stat, but at the same time, it's like if you're just one dimensional, that's kind of hard to win games. I will give credit to Hollywood Brown. He did step up in this game. 10 receptions for almost 100 yards. As you mentioned earlier, Kelsey with the touchdown. Juju with a few clutch catches. I got to give a shout out to Tyquan Thornton, who was kind of thrown into the Xavier Worthy spot pretty quickly there. He was targeted, I think at least, 4 times, just barely overthrown by Mahomes. He did reel in a couple catches for big games that we needed him to just keep the game close. But for what it's worth, I was going to say, big shout out to Drew Tranquil also, who had not only 2 sacks in this game, but he got injured later in the game, but still made it back and made a couple key plays that kept us in the game. But for everything else, I mean, the Chargers, they played a better game. They had a better scheme. We did very well. It's kind of weird. We did like the polar opposite of what we did for the last couple of years. Our secondary wasn't quite there. Of course, we're battling injury there also. But our run defense was actually not that bad. We held Hampton to only 48 yards, and Herbert's run, the longest one being that 19-yarder that sealed the game too. We held the team under 90 yards rushing the whole time, so that'll be handy, especially coming up next week against Saquon Barkley. If the secondary can lock in against Jalen Hurts, then this could be a lot closer game than people probably anticipate.
I wonder how much that comes down to scheme. Maybe your defense focused more on the run because that's what the Chargers want to do, and we're just taken flat-footed by the passing game because they did come out throwing, and they looked pretty good.
They did, and it's just one of those things. Is like the spag scheme usually works. Usually get pressure on the quarterback, but they left the zones a little too open, and the middle of the field wide open again. So that's just something else. Jalen Hurts, I'm sure, will try to take advantage of that. So I'll have to look forward to seeing if what scheme Spags will have to alleviate that. So, but yeah, tough loss. I figured out what the problem was, too. It wasn't at SoFi. If this was at SoFi, we win this game easily.
I think you could also take solace in the fact that it is week 1. It wasn't crazy mistakes made that lost you the game. It was ultimately a close game that came down to the final possession. So, I mean, overall, good game. You didn't get blown out or anything like, oh, Miami.
Yeah. Well, you bring up mistakes, and one of the bigger mistakes is Jawan Taylor. It's like I just don't understand why he's like this at the beginning of each season and everything too. So, I mean, he was responsible for almost half of our penalties. And I do have to say, I am definitely happy with the pick of Josh Simmons so far, left tackle. He's looked pretty solid so far too, and that's going to be a big test against this pass rush of the Eagles also too. So hopefully he keeps continuing to grow, gets better, and hopefully it was just the yips for Taylor, and hopefully he gets it figured out soon. But yep. Disappointing first week loss, but hey, you know what? We experienced that in 2023, and I really liked what the result was at the end of that season. So, as they say, it's just one game.
It is just one division game where everyone else won. You're right.
You're waiting to bring that up too. So, alrighty. Well, I know this is probably the one thing you want to talk about more than than the Chiefs losing. How did the Pittsburgh Steelers do this week?
I don't want to say going to, but I think I'm going to say going to. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's what's happening. We had vintage Aaron Rodgers. 22 completions from 30 attempts, 244 yards, four touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Did your quarterback do 4 touchdowns? My quarterback did 4 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
That was the surprising part there. We came out throwing. We did very well with that. It's kind of like the Chargers. We're expected to run. We did not run well. Jalen Warren, 11 carries for 37 yards. Kenneth Gainwell, he was in on some key plays there, but he only got 19. whereas our defense got gashed. I mean, I could very easily be talking about how our defense lost us this game because we let 182 yards on the ground combined between all their rushing attempts there.
Mm-hmm.
Brees Hall, 107 yards. You'd think, 20, 30 carries. It was only 19. 19 carries and 107 yards. 18 yards was as long. Justin Fields, I'll give credit where credit's due. He looked very poised. He ran one in for a touchdown. Ran two in for a touchdown, actually. Sorry. And he got another throwing touchdown. A beautiful one to Garrett Wilson, I think it was. Um, but yeah, Garrett Wilson, he had himself a day. 7 receptions, 95 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So our defense definitely needs to tighten that up. I will say I am happy we got Ramsey because that was awesome. And I liked him kind of jarring at the wide receivers through the game. It felt very Pittsburgh in there. But clean game. I was pretty impressed with it. There's always that level of Steelers bullshit, as Urinating Tree would say. We got the fumble on the kickoff return for the Jets. He got cut, but I'm glad he fumbled it still. And did you see the DK Metcalf reception to get us into field goal range?
Yes, I did see that. So you don't understand, though. It's like, here's the deal. You're supposed to use your luck up in spurts. You're not supposed to blow your load just all on week one here, too. And, he said a clean game and all that, too, as if this wasn't your reaction during the first quarter there, watching your team against the Jets. So,
to be fair, there was some other things going on. I bet some money that we would lead each quarter. That did not happen.
That did not happen. Nope.
And I also bet money that we'd beat the spread, which was 3, and we won by 2. So obviously that didn't happen. But I also bet money that we'd win, and that did happen.
There you go.
So,
and at the end of the day, that's what matters, right? That's
exactly.
That's 17-point fourth quarter. That was just I just feel like the Jets just ran out of gas right there, and you guys just kept it clutching towards the end, especially with Boswell. He is a serial killer.
He is definitely a serial killer, and man, I'm so glad we have him on our team. I mean, I couldn't imagine having a kicker that misses like an extra point or something like that. It would be really frustrating.
But enough about the 49ers.
Ouch.
All right, so yes, there you have it. This is the week of adulation and probably some undulation by Clifton over my corpse here after week 1. So I'll let him have his moment, though. So we'll see how these next few weeks shake out here, too. Boy, wouldn't it be embarrassing to lose to the Seahawks next week, huh?
Oof. Yeah, it would be, but not as embarrassing as 0-2.
Yeah, at least to be the Super Bowl champ, so. We'll see how it goes, man. That's the deal. Like, man, this is definitely a game. It's like, I wish we had Rashi and Worthy for this. This is not going to be easy. But, the Chiefs have won in more interesting fashions in the past. So,
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm actually kind of embracing the underdog role here, too. So, but yes, the Chiefs take on the Philadelphia Eagles at home. It's home opener Sunday at 3:30. That is the national game of the week. So everyone in the country will get to see that one. Everyone wants to see the Chiefs, right? What do the Steelers have on tap this week? Seattle at home, correct?
Correct. It is our home opener against Seattle that lost last week, but I'm sure they're going to try to get back on their winning ways. It's really hard to know what exactly they're doing because it's new coaching staff.
Mm-hmm.
It's new quarterback. So, no, we are. I don't like that we're projected to win so much. That always scares me. But I'm hoping for another dub.
There you go. Alrighty. Well, we love to hear from all of you guys down below in the comments. What was your biggest surprise this week, and why was it the Jaguars kicking the crap out of the Panthers? And also, what were your thoughts on the Ravens and Bills game? That was probably, I'd say, game
Oh,
of the year already too. Wouldn't you say?
that might be, as much as I hate to say it, maybe top 10 games ever.
That,
I
that
mean, just for the sheer scope of how much the Bills had to come with points on the fourth quarter.
it very much
I mean,
reminded me of a couple years ago. I don't know if you remember the Vikings and Bills game where Josh Allen fumbled the snap on the 1 yard line. The Vikings recovered it in the end zone, and that's what sent it to overtime. Like that game had kind of that feel to it. Like all right, it's over. They're about to just run this out, and it's gonna be done too. And then all of a sudden, the first turnover of the game happens, and and then Bills are right back in it, and sure enough, they just steal it right at the end. It was a sight to behold. So
oh, definitely. Yep. Nope. So, can't really compete with that, but hopefully we don't have any scares like the Ravens. We can both agree on that.
absolutely right. Hopefully not. Well, let us know down below what was your biggest takeaway from week 1, and what are you expecting for week 2. We'd love to hear from you down below. But on that note, thank you everybody so much for joining us. Click like if you enjoyed this video. Click subscribe if you'd like to tell all of your friends. And we will see you all next week for week number 2.